Have you ever felt like you're not just different, but misplaced? As if you were dropped into this timeline by mistake, like your soul belongs to a future that hasn't arrived yet? You do the normal things. Wake up, go to work, play along. But deep down, you hear it. A hum, a pulse. A message not meant for the masses, but for someone like you. This is more than a video. It's a mirror for the misfits, a code for the anomalies, a summons for those who quietly wondered why they see too much, feel too deeply, and sense too early. You are not out of place. You are ahead of your time. And in a world obsessed with patterns, you, by merely existing, become the glitch they can't patch, the spark they can't contain. You weren't part of their plan, not like this. They expected your awakening to be subtle, manageable, delayed, but your soul had other intentions. It ignited early, loudly, gloriously, and in doing so, it cracked the frequency grid they'd carefully stabilized. You didn't break out, you broke through. You didn't disobey, they just underestimated the power of a soul that remembers its purpose too soon. Think of Greta Thunberg, just a teen when she spoke before world leaders with unshakable clarity. The world wasn't ready, but she didn't wait. Neither did you. Your awakening isn't just personal, it's systemic. When one person steps out of the predictive model, the algorithm wobbles. And when thousands feel inspired to do the same, the system scrambles to contain the error. But you're not an error, you are the update. Systems rely on rhythm, obedience, and behavioral forecasting. You are rhythmless, untamed, and driven by something they can't track. Truth. You're not a rebel for breaking the rules. You're a revelation that exposes the rules were never just in the first place. They don't burn books anymore. They burn confidence. They plant seeds of self-doubt where light once lived. The weapons today are subtler. Ghosted messages, withered friendships, unexplained silence. They want you questioning your worth. But every time you listen to your knowing instead of their noise, you reclaim power. Your isolation isn't punishment, it's purification. Remember, solitude may sting, but silence is where destiny speaks the loudest. What they call monitoring is really observation. What they call reporting is chronicling. You're not being watched, you're being studied. Not because you're dangerous, but because you're different in a way that can't be replicated. When you enter a room, the energy shifts. People feel it before they understand it. That's the kind of presence no algorithm can code. You're not a glitch. You're the evolution the system was never designed to handle. Your growth is too raw, too real, too radiant to be assimilated. So they label it chaos. But we know it as transformation. Caterpillars don't break the cocoon, they outgrow it. You're not at war with the old, you're simply birthing the new. You were chosen not to fight, but to shine, not to destroy, but to illuminate. Yes, they're watching. But what they see isn't rebellion, it's reformation. It's what happens when a soul stops shrinking and finally expands into its full divine assignment. So don't retreat. Don't dilute your truth. You were made for this moment. If this message resonates, share it. Someone else is waiting to hear what you just remembered. Subscribe for more awakenings. Turn on the bell so you don't miss your next soul-aligned moment. Leave a comment. What part of this did you feel the most?